right, Tyler. The only thing I think that we need to do is change this R into a D.
Bronc busted.
Busted.
It's busted today, but it's not going to be busted for long. A lot of you guys have been asking, what is the condition of BroncBuster and the roof? This panel is pretty much destroyed now. I can't even attach no more. Door destroyed, door destroyed. The A-pillar and all the way across the top, crushed in. Mirror, it ripped off. Hood, it didn't do a whole lot to. The top actually fared very well. If you look at the structural stability of it, it protected all of this that I had just replaced. Other than that, there's very little other damage. A few scrapes and scuffs. We've got one big dent here. Inside, you'll see where my head was bouncing around in there and not getting hurt. Was it perfect? No, but it saved the Bronco from more damage. And more importantly, I feel like it saved me from a lot of physical harm. So stay tuned, because BroncBuster is going to be coming back better than ever with the build that we're going to be reintroducing on BroncBuster. We're going to start disassembling BroncBuster here. BroncBuster is bare naked right now, exposing herself. Let it begin. Well, you ready for this?
Always.
All right, well, I think it's time that BroncBuster gets a true makeover. So we are going to tear this thing apart. I mean, we've already kind of tore it apart, but it's time to do some cutting and do some damage, pull this thing apart and put it back together. So here we go.
Dude, Tyler, what are you doing?
What do you mean? We're going to make this thing a real convertible. Watch.
Oh, gosh.
Hold my beer. I think it's time to get rid of this windshield. So basically what we're doing is we're just checking to see if when I rolled, if it twisted any part of it.
Twisted, because it's not enough to just see the damage right there and say, okay, well, we've got some donor parts, let's just cut off everything that appears to be bent and weld something on there. Right. Well, then you've got doors that intersect with that, fenders that intersect with the doors, and a hood that goes up there, and a windshield that's got to fit in. I think I'm getting some weird readings here. That looks like it's got more of a gap over there than it does here.
What do you think?
I think it's just as twisted as you are.
Oh, nope, I don't like that, does it? Laying that. Okay.
Good?
Yeah. Oh, approved.
Taking the tires off.
Well, right now we got to get the whole thing now set down on the frame, so if we can see if it's level or not.
And it's not the tires in the way?
And tires won't allow it to come down to where we need it. All right, start coming down. Slowly. Yeah, you got about 4 more inches.
How's it looking?
Well, I'm getting a difference, a half-inch difference between the top of the frame and the frame rack on this side than I am on the other side.
Yeah, the way it sits on the bottom, it looks pretty good. We've got everything sitting nice and flush, except for you can see space a little bit between that one. Sitting here sweating in the Texas heat. Cutting, grinding, and putting her back. Probably should put safety glasses on for video if everybody's gonna give me a hard time.
Safety second.
Safety second, all right.
Safety third. There's a bumper sticker that says that. I'm gonna get you one. It gives us something to talk about. It's up to you if you want to deal with your wife, though.
Oh, she's used to all these years of education. She's like, yeah, he's lost. Okay, so now what I'm checking is that everything lines up. No more bend across here. Because I'm going to replace this one. Then these in these sides. Then we're going to start welding here next. That's our next step. But we still got a little bit more cleaning up to do to get it ready to weld. And then I'll start punching holes and we'll be off to running. So what I've done is I've marked everywhere it had a spot weld before and we had to grind all this off. So we got all these that I'm gonna now go take a punch so that I can then clip this in place and tack weld each one of those, clean it up, and get it ready for paint. So this here windshield part of it has been our biggest job so far, pulling all this up, cleaning it up. Once that's done, then we're gonna start working on fenders. So it's coming together nicely. What you doing, Grayson?
Grinding down, getting ready to go put the new panels on, and then welding's next.
A little BroncBuster destruction going on.
We're rebuilding.
Construction, BroncBuster construction. Okay, about ready to weld. Nothing like a little Texas heat to put BroncBuster back together again, but it's looking quite good. So now what I'm doing is this whole back end is out of whack. On the first time I rolled it on Pritchett Canyon, you'll see right about as I come over and it hit that corner pretty far out of whack. So what we did is we pulled some X measurements from that fixed point down to that fixed point, back and forth that way. We did the same point to the door, same point to this corner of the door. That way we can kind of see where, with the frame all mounted down and level, we're going to need to pull some of these parts of the body to line everything back up. And we got the whole front lined up, but we still have a couple of points. You can see how tight this is right here and how far out of alignment that is. So when I'm all said and done with this exercise that we're doing right now, we're going to have all the body parts lined back up to where as I mount new pieces back on, it'll fit right. Now this is the important part here, as Rick said, don't go pulling everything off back here until we get this lined up. Otherwise, the new stuff going on is not going to fit. So I'm kind of using this and these X measurements to get where I want to get. That's where we're going to go. gonna do these attachment points. I've pulled it off the other one, drilled it all out, got it nice and prepped. I've got it marked where I want it to go. I'm gonna hold this in place with this pen, put my helmet on, get my first tack started. Woo-wee. Hot, hot, hot. Woo! Golly. No, I'm not a pro at this. Definitely likes to shoot sparks into my butt. Okay, we are almost ready to go mount a hood. Let's see how that fits.
Time to do some sketchy stuff. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
Go back down then.
Time to do some sketchy stuff. Oh, doo-dah day.
With some excitement now. Time to do some sketchy stuff.
You got this, Grayson.
You just gotta catch me when I'm in a good mood.
All right, now try going up, I guess.
Just going down now.
That was it. Go sideways this way, maybe.
There's the hole.
Wait, oh, there's the hole. Okay. Now go up.
Time to do some sketchy stuff. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope we get away with it. Oh, doo-dah day.
Pretty much. Hold on. I need something better, more narrow and wide that I can hit with. Something like,
Narrow and wide.
you know what? You know that piece that he gave us for the hydraulic ram that kind of had the fork?
Yep.
I need that and maybe that hydraulic ram piece right there. Amy, hand me all of that right there, would you? Hand me just this if you can. Nope. Yep.
Nobody knows what his actual master plan is, but it looks like he's the frame, or not the frame, but it caved in a little bit, so he's trying to spread it.
What do you mean nobody knows what I'm trying to do? Everybody knows what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to fix BroncBuster. We got to straighten stuff out.
Solutions to our problems.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, or I'm creating problems. I don't know.
Tyler might like to live on the dangerous side, but I kind of like to not get hurt.
I like you not to get hurt too. We want to keep your face pretty. I think that's about square again. The eyeball's good. All we can do now is take all the pressure off, mount the fender, and check the reveals. All right, well, it's now the next day. We've been just doing our little tweaks. We did some X measurements off of Grayson's Bronco. Had to adjust stuff a little bit, but now we got all the reveals looking good. I still have to do a little bit more mounting, a little bit more adjusting. We're just putting those on just to check reveals and stuff. Got the new headlights in. Slowly coming back together. So we'll hopefully make some good progress today on what we're doing on this, and a little less sketchy stuff, right? Take it on, put it on. Take it off and put it on, and take it off and put it on. That's body work. That's what you do, I guess. That's what they tell me anyways. Oh, we got one we got to put on down here. Hold that. Hold that. Professional.
Oh yeah.
Now we're pulling it all back up because we're gonna put it in the booth, paint the edges, probably get some color on the inside, and then mount it permanently. So got everything. Well, of course, we're gonna paint those, and we're gonna start painting all the fenders and stuff too.